Okay, YouTube had a little blurb that popped up there, so I had to just close that. But oh my goodness, first of all, happy St. Patty's Day. I can't believe it came around so fast this year. And today, in honor of St. Patty's, we're going to be doing some nail art inspired by not only St. Patty's, but spring renewal. And we are going to be featuring and unboxing the brand new I Am Confident collection. This is Madame Glam's brand new March collection. We're going to be swatching all of them, and they spoiled us. There is an extra color. So unlike most of their launches, there is actually 9 colors. Okay, so first I just wanted to quickly read their write-up before we go right into the swatches. And please bear with me, I am sick, but I thought some nail therapy would be a nice way to try to get, over the cold that is absolutely raging within me. Oh, hi, Gina. Oh my gosh, no, please give Katie Bug all my love. I'm so happy to see you, sweetheart. Thank you. And I hope that she has an amazing jazz/ballet. Okay, so, without further ado, this is the I Am Confident collection, and it says, step into spring, step into confidence. March invites renewal, growth, and celebrating the power within. This season is about embracing your strength, honoring yourself, and radiating positivity that uplifts everyone around you. I Am Confident is a celebration of boldness, self assurance, and fearless expression, inspired by the energy of spring and the spirit of women everywhere. These shades embody courage, authenticity, and unapologetic joy. No limits, just empowerment, confidence, and vibrant energy, designed for the ones who embrace their power and poise. This collection offers rich, long-lasting color with a flawless finish. Every shade is vegan, cruelty-free, 21-free, and palm oil-free. Also TPO-free. So, huge, very safe for you, especially for somebody like myself that's like allergic to the world. It's nice to find products that you can actually use. So, I just wanted to finish going through. So there is, I want to make sure I don't have the glare in here. So they have Morning Sky, which is a serene, soft blue that evokes clear spring mornings. Smooth and creamy, this shade delivers sorry, effortless elegance with a touch of playful freshness. Perfect for adding a calm, uplifting pop of color to any look. Then next up is Lavender Mist, a delicate lavender that whispers springtime sophistication. Its gentle, creamy finish brings subtle yet confident charm to your nails, ideal for both everyday wear and special occasions. Apricot Bloom, I love this one. This one was like peachy. Oh, so Gina, actually, so Gina asked a really important question. She said, did MG redo all of the colors to make them TPO free, or is there new colors? Is it just the new colors that came out? So actually, way before the ban, Madame Glam actually started their shift to all of the new production being TPO free. So they were actually ahead of the curve. So obviously, if you have polishes like this is from, I think, about 3 years ago, it is not TPO free. But also with TPO, the amount that you would need to actually like be exposed to cause infertility, it's like huge amounts. And they were doing like the testing in rats. So as soon as they found out that like it's basically the stuff that makes your nail polish really glossy. So as soon as they found out that like long-term exposure can cause this, they took it out of like everything and then banned it. But Madame Glam was like ahead and obviously knew about this research and everything, and they had changed their bottles from like easily a year ago. So if you've gotten any of those, they're all TPO free. And I apologize for my raspy voice, y'all. I'm getting over a cold. Okay, so Apricot Bloom is a sweet, soft peach that captures the essence of early spring blooms. Warm, cheerful, and creamy. It's the perfect shade to brighten your look with understated elegance. Peony Pink, which I actually just featured in a design I did for a client. This is the most dreamy pink. I said it almost is like a strawberry milkshake. It said a romantic, soft pink that radiates joy, confidence, creamy and luminous. This shade delivers fresh, feminine touch to any manicure while keeping things effortlessly chic. And that is 1,000% right. I'll have to pull up the manicure after, but oh, it was just so pretty. Sunny Veil, a soft, and I love, so that's actually this one right here. Sunny Veil is a soft, sun-kissed yellow that brings warmth and optimism to your nails. Creamy and light, it's the perfect pick-me-up shade to celebrate the energy and brightness of spring. Happy St. Patty's for everybody that's joining in. Hello, Ved, how are you? Okay, next up, this is one of my favorites. This is like a lime pop. It's called Green Dew. A serene, earthy green inspired by spring mornings, smooth and calming. This shade blends sophistication with a refreshing hint of nature's beauty. Now, you know I'm a blue baby, so any kind of teal, like mints, greens, are all my love. And this muted mint is so beautiful. I can't wait to start swatching it. And as per my usual, each color, so I've done already swatches that are for the full hand that have 2 coats. So we're only going to be doing 1. And then we're going to actually go into nail art. So you guys get to choose which one of these we recreate. And in honor of St. Patty's, I also did some 4-leaf and 3-leaf clovers. So, you know, we had to keep it festive. Oh, 1,000%, sweetheart. I'll make sure I subscribe. So, speaking of gorgeous colors, Muted Mint is a soft pastel mint that feels crisp, clean, and refreshing. Creamy and polished, this shade brings a modern, playful touch to your springtime look. And then, last but not least for the colors, we're gonna have an extra secret right here. So I'll keep it hidden. But last for the colors is Dusky Rose, which is a subtle, dusty rose nude with soft, understated elegance. Creamy and refined, this shade complements every skin tone while keeping your manicure effortlessly sophisticated. So this is the secret. So for anybody that's Madame Glam fan, you know, they always release the 4th of every month a brand new collection that features 8 new polishes. Well, this one has 9. They also gave us a Spring Charm No Wipe Top Coat. So that is this baby right here. And it is a glossy no wipe top coat with delicate iridescent pink shimmer, perfect for finishing your manicures with radiant polished shine. So this can enhance any of the colors, and it just, the way it glows is insane. Hi, Kate. Of course I remember you. How are you doing, lovely? Okay, so you can purchase the bundle or you can purchase these individually. I did put the bundle in the description box below alongside my my code. So I'm going to take out the first shade, which is this stunning yellow. Okay, so this one is called Sunny Veil, and don't let this fool you. This is more looking like a mustard yellow. Oh no, we've got a beautiful pastel. So I'm just gonna take that out and we'll get to swatching. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I really hope you start feeling better. Doing pretty good minus this cold. The cold is kicking my butt. So this is Sunny Veil. Such a beautiful, beautiful yellow. Perfect for springtime. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly put on gloves because, as you guys know, multiple exposure to gel on your skin not only can give you contact dermatitis, but can develop nasty allergies. So we're gonna cover up the beautiful manicure and get to swatching. Now, I love these swatch parties. I feel like it is a form of therapy, and the fact that I'm sick, I'm like, you know what? This would just be absolutely awesome to be able to swatch and just feel so much better with my nail family. So, one second, let me just pull in the little tripod here. She's moving all around. Oh, you're so sweet. So, if you go to my Instagram, Raven's Nail Bar, that's where, if you want press-ons and things like that. So definitely shoot me a message. And Ved, I'm so sorry to hear what you're going through, and you can feel free to DM me, and I can definitely be a shoulder for you, my sweetheart. I'm sorry. Oh, it's tough, and that's why it's so important to gather around our loved ones, right? So this yellow is so pretty. I'm losing it. So I'm only going to be doing one coat on these because on that hand there, it already features two. Look at that, instant like buttercream. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, let's just get that little bit all around the cuticle. And I just love how pigmented this is. It's perfect for art, and especially with Easter coming around, I wanted to make sure I did some like mottled egg looks with these really bright, beautiful colors. And I also want to show you before the end of the live, I pulled some of my favorite Madam Glam no wipe top coats that actually have little, you know, glitters or things inside of it that are like instant effect polishes that are really fun for spring. So there we go. Look at that. So pretty. I'm gonna pop that in. I'm not sure, my dear. They just said that they weren't doing too well. Okay, so that stunning color was everything. So we are gonna switch out the model hand. So say goodbye to a Sunnyvale, but not for long, because we're gonna be going into a stunning, stunning pink. Now this is the one that I just recently featured. Let me do a little shift. I think I ended up pushing this. I recently featured in a mani, and this pink was everything. So we're just gonna switch out. Now, I usually don't do the costume change, as I like to call it, on camera, because one time I did and it severely triggered somebody. So to keep the illusion with my beautiful practice hand here, we're just gonna pull everything here. Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll see you soon. Okay, so I almost have Autumn ready. I just love during these lives, she gets to wear all of the colors. And it's just a really good way for anybody that might not want to get the bundle, but wants to get a few colors. They can see it on a full hand, and I just think it's so much more effective. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna bring you Peony Pink. So first of all, as I open this girl up, look at this. It's luscious, it's such a beautiful cream. And we just went right into the swatching on the yellow. I didn't get to show you the pretty round brush. But this is the stunning, look at her. Like, this pink is absolutely everything. And let me just move the desk a little bit so I can get it perfect. She did not want to fit behind the screen there for a second. But yeah, this pink is out of control. It's just so soft and delicate, but so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna pop that over there. And I'm actually curing off camera on my Elio lamp. It's the Elio 2.0, and I swear to heavens, Madam Glam like harnessed the sun. It is so strong. Just absolutely everything. Now, Watch in awe. The coverage on this is crazy. And again, like, we are just doing one coat because the little hand model has two, and it is just insane, the coverage on these. I am very much a pastel baby, so getting all of these pastels, I was just screaming. Like, are we kidding? Look at this. Oh, so luscious. Sorry, whenever I see a fluffs, I gotta get it out. Oh, look at that, baby. So pretty. Everything. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that so that levels a little bit and pop that in. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Happy St. Patty's Day. We are doing a swatch party with Madame Glam's brand new I Am Confident collection. This collection features, and I love to say bold because usually pastels are very muted, but I just still think each one of these shine. I actually just did a big no-no. As I was about to put it in, I hit it in the lamp. So we're just gonna fix that up before I pop it. Pop it in the lamp. I was able to see beforehand, so I fixed it. Okay, let's pop that in without smashing the lamp this time. I'm so happy I caught that because I hate when you get a new tool and then you just proceed to just break it. So for anybody just joining, this is the I Am Confident collection. This is Madame Glam's brand new spring collection. And all links are in my description box. So we're actually just gonna switch out to a new color. And I think it's fun to actually show you, this is their secret extra color. This is Spring Charm No Wipe Top Coat. And this was the 9th out of all 8. So I just want to show that shimmer to you guys. It is so beautiful. Take out my little board here. So usually when I'm preparing for a new launch, I like to do swatches that feature the full hand swatches. So I have this like trusty board here of all the different colors. Recently I did an unboxing of Madame Glam's brand new BB gels, which y'all, I am so impressed with. We're gonna have to do a separate live where we just not only feature those, but do art with them because it is such a game changer, especially if you're doing clients' nails. It truly is amazing. So for this, I want you guys to see the shine. So I'm gonna turn off my other lights, dim this light, mood lighting, turn on. Look at this girl. Whew. So this is the Spring Charm No Wipe Top Coat. You can put this on like a glaze onto any of the colors, and this is not only going to provide a shimmer, but because it's a no wipe top coat, it seals everything in, and you have that effortless, smooth finish without having to bulk out your nail or add another coat. So we're going to get to swatching that stunning color. Pop the light back on there. I really love that they did this. As soon as I read 9 colors, I lost it. Like, we never get 9. Are you kidding? So especially with this being something that can be placed on all the colors, I just love that. And I can't imagine, like, if you put another, like, an iridescent chrome on top of this, I think you would just have, like, chrome heaven. But as you see, like, it's just a really light glaze. And then obviously the more you build it up, the more bright pink you get. But it is just so pretty, effortlessly pretty. Just pop that on and you got shiny, gorgeous nails for days. Now, I'm gonna switch this out, so let's just say goodbye to this stunning no wipe top coat. And the shimmer you guys saw when I turned off the light, how bright that got. I'll quickly do it again. Then turn on that first. Look at that. So this is where you can really see like that purple iridescent chrome sheen. It's like a very pretty shimmer. And again, this can be placed on any of the colors. So let's switch this out, say goodbye. But we're going to be saying hello to a stunning green. This is Green Dew. 1 second, let's shift again. The camera keeps on dancing, I apologize. Okay. Yeah, I've been fighting a really nasty cold and I wanted to go live before and it was just so bad. But I just got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I have nice St. Patty's Day designs. I want to go live and just have some fun with my nail family. So thank you for everybody that has joined and is joining. I love these swatch parties. And this is definitely some color therapy to heal heal my bones. Okay. Now this Green Dew instantly gave me Tinkerbell vibes. I was thinking about Tinkerbell's dress and I just thought that this green was so perfect. It is very fairy ready. This one nail has a mind of its own. There we go. Okay, so this is Green Dew, show you up close and personal. I will also quickly just pop this so you can, like, are we kidding? Look at that. And actually, because I didn't do that for this really pretty, just so that you guys can see the shimmer on this. So for instance, if you put a black base, this is how bright that purple would be coming out. So this no wipe top coat, I would honestly get this collection just for that. But the entire collection is absolutely stunning. So that was Green Dew. And without further ado, we bring Green Dew. Yes, I do dad jokes all day. Come around here, Raven's Nail Bar. So do you see when I was talking about Tinkerbell, like the Tinkerbell dress? This is definitely giving me all of that. It's just so pretty. And I'm very, like, as I was saying, I gravitate to these colors. It's giving me all of the mermaid vibes, and it's just so pretty. Let me shift the... Sorry, the hand here. Sorry, there's a part of the hand that was... It was skewed, but just this green, like, it's insane. So I'm gonna quickly grab our swatch stick here and let's get to swatching. I cannot wait to hear what design you guys wanna see, because that for me is always the most fun part, even when I do nails for clients and we have to do the structure gel mani and the prep and all of the things, and then I'm like, I want to do the art. Let me do the art, please. So this, there ain't no evil witches with no apples up in here, but this is a green, giving me green apple. It is just so pretty. Granny Smith who? No, this is your younger sister. You know her. Just look how pretty that is. That's absolutely everything. And as you saw, I just glided on. Okay, so that's the 4th in this collection. So we're gonna switch out again. Look at her. Look at her, love her. And let's switch over to the next color. Now, I'd be lost without lavender, so this is Lavender Mist. This is a darling purple. Let's just pop this open before we switch. Look at that. Is that not stunning? So I'm just going to quickly switch out the model so you can see it on a full hand, and then we'll get to swatching. How is everybody doing today? Do you guys got any St. Patty's plans? Actually, I heard Krispy Kreme was doing this amazing event that if you came in with any kind of green merch, you got free donuts. And, you know, the way to my heart, it's definitely Krispy Kreme. No, there's a lot of different ways. Nails more than anything, but I never say no to an OG Glaze Krispy Kreme. It is just absolutely everything. So next up is Lavender Mist. We'll bring in my little model here. So as you guys can see, this purple is so dreamy. Like, it just instantly takes you there. It is so gorgeous. And just even if you just did a manicure with this by itself, it's just perfect. So let's get to swatching. Yeah, I can't get over how pigmented. This is just a dream because this cream formula, when you're doing nail art, it just means you don't have to go in with a crap ton of coats when you're like hand painting a star or doing this kind of stuff, you know? If you're only doing this as a base, yeah, I would encourage you to do 2 thin coats, 1000%. But when you're doing nail art, having this kind of formula just gives you the freedom to paint what you need, but not have to worry about doing like coat after coat after coat, which like ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so we'll pop that in. We're gonna say goodbye to Lavender Mist. Everybody say with me, goodbye Lavender Mist. Okay, so we'll just love her and leave her, but she'll be back depending on what design you guys choose. So I'm going to actually leave the designs here as I switch out the colors so you guys can kind of look at them, have a feel. And for anybody, just so when you're thinking, this is going to be one. So this is the modeled egg featuring every single color. This is like Lucky Charm inspired for St. Patty's, of course. This is very spring baby, featuring some chrome and some flowers. We have a rainbow French, and then this is the St. Patty's 4-leaf clover nail. So it will go 1 to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you guys can look at those and think about what you want to see recreated. But we're just going to swatch the other 4 colors first. So I'm just going to take off that Lavender Mist. Let's see. I'm a blue baby. I feel like we should go over to that blue. So this is Morning Sky. This I fell in love with. So we'll just pop her down here. And I really appreciate you guys chilling with me as we do this swatch party and as I switch out each one of the colors. I just really love seeing them on the hand. It really brings these colors to life. Okie dokie. We've got Morning Sky, and I just really want to put cat eye all over this or some chrome because this blue, hold your breath, y'all, it's amazing. Okay, so this is Morning Sky. Look at that. I'm sorry. A mermaid over here is losing her ish. This is so pretty, and it's like a baby mixed with some, it almost has a little bit of gray. It's just so beautiful under any kind of lighting. So let's get to swatching. And for anybody just joining, this collection features these stunning round brushes, and these are incredibly opaque. This is just one coat on a clear. Hi, Kira Creations. How are you doing, gorgeous? Okay, so let's lather that on here. Lather. This is giving me like Cinderella blue. You know, people talk about Breakfast at Tiffany's, and this is definitely Cinderella. She is so pretty. Definitely giving me the soft blue of Cinderella's dress. Okay, so that is literally just one coat, and you can see that applied like a dream, and that's why I said it is perfect for any kind of nail art that you're going to want to do. So we're going to pop that one in, and because we're going to be switching colors, let's bring this girl up real close. Let's get close and personal with Morning Sky. And then I'm going to switch this one out. Let's move this for anybody that just wants their moment with the blue like I do. It is a love affair. So darn pretty. Okay, so we're going to quickly switch this out. And I'm thinking, let's be cheeky and get a little minty here. So this is Muted Mint. And again, it features that really nice round brush. But look at this mint. Like, oof, I'm a sucker for a green. And sorry about the little, I swear nail dust is everywhere. I'll dust everything and then it just appears. Okay, so Muted Mint. And I believe that's what's here. This is the Muted Mint and this one's the blue. It's just so pretty. Okay, let's pop that on. To me, every launch party is like Christmas Day. I'm always excited to see the new colors. And this launched on the 4th, and I've been like suffering with this awful cold. And I got to this point where I was like, you know, I've got St. Patty's designs, and I want to have fun with my nail family. Cold be darned. Look at that Muted Mint. And so this one is going to trip you out. And some lights it's going to look blue. Some it's going to look more mint and green. And that's what I love about it. It's just so pretty. It's a showstopper for sure. And after this, we only have 2 colors and we'll go right into the nail art. Oh my gosh, like a dream. Goes on like butter. I can't get over that. So smooth. I laugh because of my cold. I'm even more raspier than normal. It's like butter. Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second. I see a pesky hair that tried to join the chat. Let me just wipe this. So funny because I say, especially when you have fur babies, hair just be floating. Hi, Vad. No worries. I'm so happy to see you. Okay, so there was a little bit of pesky hair there. A little fuzzum. Okay, so that is so darling. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's pop that in. Okay, it looks like something touched the edge of this. Okay, so we're gonna switch out to the next color. Make sure there's nothing on my hand. So this is Muted Mint. We're saying goodbye to Muted Mint, and we're gonna go on to the next color in this collection. Let's go for Apricot Bloom. Now let's quickly just show you the stunning. This is like very peachy, giving me coral. And then last but not least is going to be this really pretty mauve, Dusky Rose. So just give me 1 moment just to switch out the hand. The peach is really bright. I love that, and especially for spring designs, it's just everything. Whereas I loved the lime, like the green dew was like zesty. Okay, thank you for bearing with me as I quickly just changed that. So this is Apricot Bloom, 2 thin coats. Absolutely stunning. It is so pretty. So I'm just gonna pop this in the corner here. We're doing a lot of dancing and shaking and grooving. Okay. So for what are your favorite colors? I love that they gave us a no wipe top coat with a shimmer. And of course, like the blues and greens stole my heart. But I pretty much could bathe in every single one of these shades. But you know, allergy purposes, we don't do that. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen a shade and I'm like, I just want to live in this, bathe in this. It is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this color, this peach is everything. Like, hello. Okay, let's pop that in. One of the swatches touched the side, so one of the swatches has a little dent. But at least we've been able to go through and really show how beautiful each color is. And that's the point of these swatch parties, so it's okay if one isn't 100% perfect. So for this last one, I'm actually going to just quickly swatch her, and then we're going to grab the full cover color. So this is the Dusky. So they kind of made like a play on words there. So it's a dusty rose, but they chose Dusky. So it's kind of like at dusk. Really pretty. And when I think of like that really bright, like coral, when I think of that bright coral and then this, it's definitely giving me a sunset vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly see if we can fix that morning sky swatch that ended up. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly see if we can fix that morning sky swatch, but I will switch out to the mauve first. Let's say goodbye to, this is Apricot Bloom. And then we just swatched this, which this is the Dusky Rose. Such a pretty, and I love that it's a muted pink, but it's also a little darker, which I absolutely love. I am very much that gothic baby. So that would definitely be like giving pastel goth vibes. Okay, and then last but not least, we just swatched it, but I'm gonna put on the hand this Dusky Rose. And the fact, like, I can't get over, Madam Glam, if you're watching, the fact you spoiled us with 9 colors, thank you so very much. I'm gonna be doing and featuring designs using all of these, and of course that stunning top coat. So this is Dusky Rose with 2 coats. As you can see, like the coverage is insane, is so pretty. And then that was the swatch that we just did here. And then as those are in the lamp, this one bumped. And I swear, so the Madam Glam Elio lamp it's so strong. I feel like they harvest the darn sun. So I feel like even if that just touched another nail for a 0.5 second, that was enough for that magic to happen. So I'm just going to try to fix it just so it does not look like that before we start. So I want to quickly show you all of the swatches together so you can kind of see the color story. And then we're going to go into that, the demo nail. Okay, so I'm just doing a thin base coat to even out the area. Because basically the little area that got touched on the side, I just buffed it out and then put a top, not a top coat, a base coat on there. Just to kind of even out everything. Then I am going to grab the other colors quickly just to show you. As that one goes in the lamp. Okay, so we are going to fix that one, but let me do some color coding here. So we've got our pinks, greens and yellows. Oh my gosh, I can already see the springtime flowers. Okay, so just give me a second to get the blue, and then I'll pop these all up closer to you so you can really see the fantasy. And again, before, this is the really stunning dusky rose. Now I'm going to switch out to one of my favorite colors on here. Or actually, let's leave a few colors so we can see a little bit of the pastel aesthetic as the nails are in the lamp. And mind you, this shine here is without any top coat. That is just one coat of the polish. So that kind of speaks for itself. Let's pop a few colors here. So let's do yellow. And then we'll do the mint, so Sunnyvale, and then Green Dew. And then the really pretty Morning Sky Blue. And then I want a pink, so I'm going to go for the Peony Pink. And instantly, we have a really adorable spring manicure. And that's why I really love this collection. Like, you can pair the colors so easily. And in a second, I'm going to show you really special top coats that would instantly also make this manicure. Like, for instance, this is Dalmatian, and this is a special effect top coat that already has these little like speckles in it, and so it instantly gives that egg vibe. And I'll quickly grab the other ones to show you in just one moment. I just want to quickly fix Morning Sky here. So again, because that model hand had the two coats, I didn't go into two coats on all the nails, but because this one got bumped and I want you guys to be able to see the full fantasy, I just wanted to quickly fix that one up and then pop that in the lamp. So just give me one moment. And thank you guys so much. This swatch party has been everything. Okay, pop that in. Okay, so as that's cooking, I'm just going to go through these again. So we have the mottled egg. This is my Lucky Charm inspired rainbow, and that's actually the blue, but it looks very much like the mint. The very pretty chrome flowers with a chrome base, rainbow French, and St. Patty's clover. This is going to be 1 to 5, so if you guys could put your numbers in the chat, and then that is how we will select which one we do. Now, that almost has enough cure for me to bring up everything close, so I'm going to just start grabbing here. So you guys can see the vision as I'm grabbing. And again, mind you, this is all one coat. Everything is one coat except for the blue because I had to fix it. She got bumped in the lamp. Look at how these colors are stacking. Stunning, like Madame Glam. I don't know how they do it every single month, but they blow me away each time. Okay, and last but not least, Lavender Mist. Okay, so if I pop these around, you can kind of get the velvet matte aesthetic there. And then glossy, like, I'm sorry, each one of these are so stunning. I am absolutely obsessed. This collection is a 10 out of 10, and I love that they give us a shimmer as well. Let me pop the light off for a second just so you guys can see how bold, like, look at this. So this is the shimmer, and y'all, that's just one coat. It is so pretty, and that, like, I call it opalescent, but it's that iridescent chrome. And then look at all of these pastel babies. Let's take that shine away. Look at all of that pastel heaven. Like, are we joking here? Like, whoo! So pretty. Pop that light back on. Yeah, it's just, these are absolutely everything. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these in the little corner here. So with all of that being said, I did want to show you the top coats before I go into the design. So these coats I wanted to feature because you can place these on top of any pastel. And like this to me is like, this was from one of their Easter boxes. But let me tell you, these are all no wipe finishes. These little almost like confetti pieces, perfect for an Easter mani, an Easter nail, any kind of spring nails. It's just everything. So then next up, I'm going to kind of show you these at the same time. So white speckles and, set it in reverse, black speckles and white speckles. Did I say that right? Black and white. I swear this cold is just giving me the biggest fog. But this is Dalmatian and Polka Bunny. And so what I really love about these is you can do it on a solid color or a mix of colors. And you're either going to get, depending on which one you use, like light, delicate white spots or really nice Dalmatian that modeled, really good for egg looks. So these, I gravitate to these instantly around this time, like springtime. Just gonna pop, because these are basically the same effect, just different colors. So this is, and look how dainty that is, right? It's perfect. Then you can see it kind of clustered more up there. Absolutely perfect. And then this is the Dalmatian version. Like, and these are also really good for when you're doing like torty nails and things like that. And then we still got two more babies. This one, which I think this is very spring, very fun. It's called Fiery Energy. Excuse the dust. Look at that. So when you envision, right, some of these, so like let me grab the yellow for instance. If you grab this and then just place this on top, and I'm literally just applying like just crazy pressure, but you'd go a little bit lighter than I am. And then you can move these around, but it instantly gives like a sprinkles effect. And I'm going to quickly wipe this and show you. So again, that color has no, this has just the one base color, so no top coat. But look at this, these no wipe top coat. Like, is that not perfect? So instant, you have an instant perfect design without any stress. I'm like, I want to just cure that. It's so pretty. I don't even want to. Leaving a wet nail is probably disaster, right? And then last but not least, I'm so excited. Like, as soon as spring rolled around, I'm like, I need to show them. So Leaf's Bliss, as I have the other top coat all over my finger. This, oh my days, y'all, you're going to scream. Look at this. So this is also so beautiful, has like really fine, tiny glitters, and then kind of like holographic chunk metal glitters in there. And that's also a perfect topper. Now I'm just going to switch out my gloves because these ones are hashtag contaminated. Okay, we're gonna give my little hands a second to dry up from having them gloves on. So there was a overwhelmingly amount, and I thought definitely it was going to be St. Patty's that everybody was going to want to see, but they actually selected this baby. So I thought that we would do this, but we would do it with the white instead, so that we could kind of see two different variations. So I'm just going to quickly grab a couple of the colors to decant on my palette. Just give me one moment. Gonna grab my palette out, and this one, let's see. I want to feature the bold. Yeah, I think this is gorgeous. So these are the colors I grabbed. I'm thinking we're gonna also grab a purple up in there. You're also going to need either some kind of like cling wrap, some kind of, I'm gonna use a little bit of press and seal. But to do this kind of design, you're going to need some kind of saran wrap or something of that nature. And I'm quickly here just cutting. And you can technically cut it smaller, but I'm just going to leave it at this. And then I'm quickly going to just give me 1 second. I just have to. So I really like these for doing my swatching, these Una Gela tips. Just gonna grab a test nail. So a full cover tip. And I usually use like the Gorilla glue tabs. They're really, really strong. So just for any kind of like sample nail or test nail. I'm just gonna move these ones out of the spotlight just so I have a little bit more working room. Okay, so we're just gonna quickly, as I was mentioning, decant all those colors. So apricot bloom, and I'm going to try not to put too much because we're doing one nail. Green dew. It's always tempting to put all of this on the palette, but we're not gonna need a crazy amount because we're doing so many different colors. Muted mint. And this palette I'm working on, actually, Mama Does Nails, my beautiful nail sister, Josephine, sent this over. And we made this during a live. And actually, I want to do a live coming up soon making palettes because it is a great way to use maybe some products that you have lingering around or just to create something that you actively can use. Wait, I'm going to double check. Yeah, this is the one Mama Does Nails made for me. It's just so freaking beautiful. Okay, so that is 4 of the 8 colors. This is Peony Pink. And I really love how bright pink it is. And then Sunny Vale. So the only color out of the collection I didn't choose is the Dusky Rose. And in this nail has all of them, every single one. But I just wanted to use these guys here. So I'm quickly going to move these very pretty bottles over here. So we're going to finish the design off with this. And so here is the modeled egg tutorial. So I'm quickly just going to grab gloves again. I've given my babies enough time in the natural air. And did I put, let me just double check, cross-reference. I did not. I'm also going to put some Morning Sky here. So again, this has almost all of the colors minus 1. And so I'm actually going to grab Madame Glam for the previous month did a special, like a teddy, it had a teddy pouch, and this was for Valentine's. And they gave specialty brushes. I'm going to grab the dotting tool from that one. So this is their specialty pink dotting tool. I am so freaking obsessed with it. It is everything. So dainty, and this pink detailing is just so pretty. Okie dokie, so you're going to need something to wipe your tool off on. So I just grabbed some lint-free wipes here. Let me quickly clean this up. Okay, so I just grabbed some lint-free wipes in the corner, and let me just shift here so we can get all close and personal. So now we're gonna turn this, well, rather this, into this over here. So first of all, you're gonna wanna grab all your colors. And I try to grab them so they're as complementary as possible. So if they mix together, it's not gonna do something gross. You okay, Kovu? I can hear some big sniffles over there. You do not have to worry about this being perfect, and you're going to see why in a second, but you at least need to make sure that there's enough product that you're not seeing like lines through it, for instance. That's a big no-no. So it's normal, especially if there's nothing underneath. As I'm applying pressure, you're going to see these little lines, as I was saying. So that's when you just dip back into your palette and just offer a little bit more to the area, and you'll quickly see that fill up, and that is perfect to me. So once I have those spots of my first color, I'm going to go onto my little lint-free wipe, and I'm just going to completely clean off my dotting tool, and then that's when I'm going to dip into my next color. So I'm going to go into this really pretty peony pink, and I'm going to put them right beside each other. I'm going to do one offset over here. Okay, and then once I like that, I'm just going to continue. So grab that, clean that off, go into the next color. So I'd love to put a yellow in here. Yellow. And the really bright ones, you're going to see it really brightens up the nail as well. And you see, like, instantly this nail's getting filled up pretty quick. So that's also why I mentioned to do those complementary colors, because then you're not going to get it where it almost looks muddy when things mix. You don't want that. Okay, so looking gorgeous. And then I'm going to dip in. So we've done the blue. We didn't do this muted color, this other green. So I'm just going to kind of dot that through here and dot this down here. Okay, and then we only have like a few more spots, so I am going to basically fill up the nail. So that's where I'm going to go into the lavender mist, that purple, and into these areas that I see gaps, I'm just going to fill in with this color. And honestly, do not worry about it looking perfect, because this is the part of the charm of this design. The only thing is, try not to circle like I just did there into another color. You don't want to do any of that mixing just yet. So once you have, I basically have enough colors on the nail. Also going to get my flash cure here. And this is where we take that cutout that we used. Now this is press and seal, so one side's sticky, one side's not. I'm going to turn the sticky side up so that I don't have a big mess on my hands. And I'm going to place this down on the nail. And so I'm just going to, with a light feather touch here, apply pressure, and you can kind of see a window happening here of what the nail looks like. And so I just gently let that move around a bit. And then we pull up. And so if there's anything you don't like, you can actually take this and just gently place on the nail to get certain colors if there's things you want different. Okay, and then you're gonna have a couple areas on that nail that naturally, because of where we sandwiched it, it's going to look almost like there's little dots in there. So you're gonna grab yourself some 100% alcohol. If you have a squirt bottle, that's the best, because when you spray it, it all evaporates. But I just dip into that with a little bit of the alcohol, and then I just touch the areas and it instantly pops those bubbles. So we're just gonna pop, pop, pop. Perfect. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, so in the place of a couple of the popped bubbles, there is an absent void. Do not fear. We're gonna grab that complementary color and just kind of massage it in there. And then that looks like a coral there. Massage that a bit in. So we really want it to still give the vibes, that really soft mottled look. So now, after that, we just pop that in. As I said, with our little flashy, you can just quickly flash, cure that. So this also giving me tie-dye look, which I love. Love the tie-dye feels there. And then unlike this one that I topped with Dalmatian, we're gonna grab Polka Bunny. So that's the one with the white flecks. I'm so happy we made through this whole thing without me gross sniffling, because that's all I've been doing. I took my medicine and I just bucked up and I was like, we're gonna go live. We're gonna do this St. Patty's stream. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And then I'm gonna probably crash because I feel so sick. But being able to play with these colors was just all the therapy I needed. Madam Glam is just so thoughtful in the colors that they choose each month. And as an artist, it is just a joy to work with. So if anybody was inspired by these colors and you want to either grab the full bundle or individual colors, you can use my code RAVEN40 for 40% off. And all of, including my code and the links for this collection, can be found in the description box below. So now I'm quickly going to just cleanse this nail because I don't want to get anything on my really pretty top coat there. So I'm just going to cleanse that baby. Give her a little time to dry. And then as soon as that dries, we're going to put a luscious coat of this Polka Bunny. And it is so delicate. And again, if you don't like where the pieces are going, you can kind of either move it with the brush or you can get a detailed brush and move things around. But it's just so soft, and between the two, I think they both give completely different vibes, but it's just so gorgeous. So I'm gonna pop that one in the lamp. I have to thank you guys so much for coming into today's unboxing and swatching of Madam Glam's brand new I Am Confident collection. And as you guys can see, all of these colors can be stacked together so perfectly to create dynamic spring infused magic. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. I'm going to quickly bring our test nail back here. I'll take off my gloves. So these are the nails we did. And as you can see, it is so easy to make a mottled egg. And just using, so if anybody's just popping in, you can grab Madam Glam's Polka Bunny or Dalmatian. And these are their special effect no white dot. And they're just absolutely everything. You put that on and you instantly have these like mottled egg, really cool designs. This new collection completely blew me away. Thank you guys for coming into the swatch party for I Am Confident. And I cannot wait to see you in the next one. You guys are absolute gems. And I did want to go through the top fans. So for Kate, Gina, Veds, Minion, and Kira Creations, thank you guys for making the chat so special. I'm sending love to you guys, and I will be back with some more exciting nail art coming very soon. Mwah. Sending all my love.